Welcome back to the online sessions on fuzzy logic and its applications. In the last class, we are done with the properties on the relations of fuzzy sets. Now, in today's session, we'll try to address the issue that is extension principle, which is the last topic in unit number 1, which I have left intentionally. I thought of completing this topic after we completed the relationships. Okay, why? Because it is also a kind of a sort of relationship kind of thing where we really discuss about this extension principle. So those who have done with probability and stochastic processes, it will be once again easy for them to understand this extension principle. In probability theory and stochastic process, we discussed about the random variable. So basically, what is a random variable? A random variable is nothing but a mapping function which is normally going to map the descriptive values of input to the real values of data so that the system can able to process all those real values of data. So that is what basically called as a random variable which we discussed, and we represented a random variable by a capital case letter. Now there the set we are going to consider is going to be a classical set. Now here the set is going to be a fuzzy set. That is the primary difference here between those two things, right? So therefore, once again, we just don't spell it like a random variable. We spell it like a extension principle here. In the case of the fuzzy sets. So in the case of fuzzy sets, we're going to spell it like an extension principle rather than as a random variable. But the underlying concept is going to be the random variable concept only. Let us see this concept now. The extension principle is the basic concept of fuzzy set theory. So this is, that means the name has been given for fuzzy set theory. If it is going to be the classical set theory, the name is going to be a random variable. So therefore, the extension principle is the basic concept of fuzzy set theory that provides a general procedure for transforming. So this is what the term we are going to use. General procedure for transforming a fuzzy set from one universe of discourse to another universe of discourse. Provided we have a point-to-point mapping of the function, some f, which is going to be known to us. So here the function f should be known to us, which is going to transform from one universe of discourse to another universe of discourse for us. So this is what called basically a fuzzy set. So here the key in extension principle is going to be the mapping function f of dot, or mapping function known as f. Now, what this procedure will do? This procedure is going to generalize a common generalization. That means what it is need not be point to point. It can be many to one also relationship. So, but general procedure, this procedure generalizes a common point to point mapping of a function to a mapping between fuzzy sets. That means it maps two fuzzy sets. So this procedure, this extension principle procedure is going to map the two fuzzy sets. More specifically, suppose that a function f is a function from which transforms from x to y, capital X to capital Y. What is capital X? It is a universe of discourse of one set of one fuzzy set. Y is the universe of discourse for another fuzzy set, and A is a fuzzy set with a universe of discourse X as defined as something like this. Now A is nothing but a fuzzy set. If it is the case of a classical set, we simply write it as A only. Now here will be writing, we are converting explicitly from a fuzzy set which depends on the values defined on the universe of discourse as X into another fuzzy set which is defined on the generic variables on the fuzzy set called B, or values of fuzzy set B on another universe of discourse Y, capital Y. So therefore we write this as B of Y. So this B A of X is nothing but, this is nothing but a fuzzy set whose values depends on the generic variables generic variables on the universe of discourse capital X. So since the universe of discourse for A is capital X, we'll write here as a small x. This is what the important point which we are going to understand here. So if it is If that means this particular fuzzy set is simply transformed into fuzzy set B onto another generic variables, such as y1, y2, y3, y4, so on up to yn. Okay, so which is defined based on the mapping function, So therefore, we already know that how do we represent a fuzzy set, a fuzzy set in the discrete form. So this is a discrete form of a fuzzy set, where we'll write fuzzy set is equal to the membership function by the value on the fuzzy set. Okay, so which is nothing but a generic variable on the universe of discourse called x, is nothing but say x1, similarly x2, similarly x3, x4, x5, so on up to xn. So therefore we'll write this function as mu a of x1 by x1 plus mu a of x2 by x2 plus mu a of x3 by x3 plus so on up to mu a of xn by xn. So like this, however maybe the number of values on the fuzzy set up to xn, we'll write all these values with respect to its membership functions. Then the extension principle states that the image, this is the image of fuzzy set A. Now this image under the mapping function can be expressed as a fuzzy set B. So this image, that the image of fuzzy set A under the mapping function can be expressed as a fuzzy set B. So this B of y I can write as equal to what now? Mu A of x1 remains as it is. That means the membership function remains as it is, but the values on the values on the another membership function is normally going to get changed. Okay, that means here the generic variables which we define on another universe of discourse y are normally going to change to y1, y2, y3, so on up to yn. This is what the important thing which we're going to have. That means what will be given to us here? Will be given to us a set A which is need to be transformed, and a mapping function which depends on the variables on this particular set. Now what are the variables on this particular set? The variables are known as small x1, small x2, small x3, so on up to xn, are the variables on the fuzzy set. Okay, so that means the membership function, the mapping function is going to depend on these variables which we define over here, and this will be simply converted into another function. It is something like f of x is equal to y. So when I say y is equal to f of x, this function f is going to have an implementation, some implementation which depends on the values of x, and it gives another function known as y function. So that y function is known as b of y for us. So therefore, we can simply say a word that the extension principle states that the image of fuzzy set A under mapping function can be expressed as a fuzzy set B. So this I can write as equal to b of y is equal to mu a of x1 by y1 plus mu a of x2 by y2 plus mu a of x3 by y3 plus so on up to mu a of x1 by y. So if you compare these two, the membership functions are remains going to be same. Mu a of x1 here, mu a of x1 here, mu a of x2 here, mu a of x2 here on the set B. So these two are going to be same, but what is simply going to get changed here? The values on the universe, another universe of discourse are going to change. For set A, you're going to have x1, x2, x3, so on up to xn. For set B, you're going to have y1, y2, y3, so on up to yn. So these values are going to change. That means the universe of discourse is going to change. Since the universe of discourse is going to change, is going to get changed, we usually going to have the values which are also going to get changed. And this function mathematically written as equal to what now? Where y1 I can write as equal to f of x1, y2 I can write as equal to f of x2, y3 I can write as equal to f of x3, y4 I can write as equal to f of x4. So on, I can write this as y of I is equal to f of xi. That means after transforming this function is giving another function called y. Now the function is going to have some implementation. This function f is going to have some implementation. Based on its implementation, based on its functionality, it is going to perform the functionality which depends on the values xi, and it gives another function known as yi. Okay, so that means thereby we'll be getting the appropriate value of y on the another universe of discourse. So when you simply combine all these yi values, we get a universe of another universe of discourse called y. So this is what the thing which we're going to have over here. And similarly, just like we have written the transformations, like we have studied about many transformation techniques in the case of the signals and systems. So we have discussed, especially most importantly, the Fourier transforms, Laplace transforms and Z transforms. So if you take the Fourier transforms, we have written this a similar kind of thing over here: Fourier transform and inverse Fourier transform. So this is something like a Fourier transform of some function, Fourier transform of signal is nothing but is equal to this y of I. Then if at all I want to get an inverse Fourier transform, if at all I want to get a signal itself, then we apply inverse Fourier transform. Similar to that, to get the value of universe of discourse of the source uh, member values, we'll be simply applying inverse function to this, inverse of y of I. Therefore, we will be getting the reverse of this. So that means here, similar to the Fourier transforms, we will be representing this particular relationship as x of I is equal to inverse function of y of I. So for all I is going to vary between 1, 2, 3, 4, so on up to n values. So this is what the representation of another fuzzy set, which is transformed version, simply transformed version of fuzzy set A based on the mapping function. So this fuzzy set B is totally based on the mapping function provided to us, which is a transformed version of fuzzy set A from one universe of discourse to another universe of discourse. So this is what the extension principle, very, very important principle for us, okay, in the examination point of view. So if at all any question is given for 2 marks, just you have to represent this, state this particular extension principle and represent the two fuzzy sets. And we extend this further now. Now one more simple extension, one more possibility in this extension principle we discuss here, where the function f of dot, that means a function f is if a function f is a many to one mapping. Many to one mapping. What is the meaning of this many to one mapping? That we are going to explain it here now. So if a function f is a many to one mapping, then some there exist some values on the universe of discourse capital X as a x1 and x2 which are not same. That means x1 is not is equal to x2. See here in general, if x1 and x2 are different, the function f is normally produce different values, but there is a possibility where even though x1 and x2 are different, but still this f of x1 and f of x2 are going to give us a same value as say some y star, where this y star obviously going to belong to the another universe of discourse called as capital Y. So this is what called many to one relationship. There are many input variables, but the resultant function values for these many input variables is going to be same. So in that case, this mapping function is going to provide us a many to one type of a relationship. So in that scenario, how do we normally going to take or consider the membership function value, membership function. So in this case, the membership function value of fuzzy set B at y is equal to y star will be taken as is equal to mu b of y star is equal to, will take max of mu a of x1 and the mu a of x2. That means we'll simply consider the membership functions of the fuzzy set A at x1 and x2. We'll consider maximum of these two member functions as the membership function, which is the resultant membership function. Okay, where we have got the same mapping function values for these two different values on the units of discourse x. So this is what the important point which we have to really remember and consider for many to one mapping kind of a relationship in the case of the in utilizing the membership functions, in utilizing the membership function from one to another type of the universe of discourse. So more generally, what we can write this particular function in terms of mathematical equation as something like this is using a functionality or a criteria called as max function. So therefore, we'll be writing here as max function, max of mu a of x. This is because all these x1, x2, x3, x4, so on up to xn. Now here we have represented this by using the two different values x1 and x2. But we may have more than two values on the universe of discourse capital X, such as x1, x2, x3, x4, x5, so on and so forth. Now we have to find out the membership function which is going to be maximum among all those membership functions. Thereby we'll be getting only one single membership function. So that is the reason why we are simply converting this into a max functionality for a membership function mu of x, where this x belongs to f inverse of y. Okay. So as we are writing only in terms of x, the limits also we are writing in terms of x only. So which leads to a membership function mu b of y for those values of x. Okay. So that means here we simply going to find out that maximum among all these membership functions. So where this f inverse of y denotes set of all points in the universe of discourse for x belongs to x such that f of x is equal to y. So this principle is known as the extension principle for us. Okay. So this is what the basics or a basic concept of a extension principle. Now we'll understand this extension principle more clearly when we discuss with an example. So let us take an example and represent try to represent a transformed version of fuzzy set B from fuzzy set A. Okay, let us try to consider one example now. Okay, let us take this an example now. Let us consider a fuzzy set A with a universe of discourse. Now, for fuzzy set A, the universe of discourse has been given as x is equal to minus 10 comma plus 10, given as below. That means it is taking values from minus 10 to plus 10. Means the universe of discourse values can be anything like minus 10, minus 9, minus 8, so on up to 0, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so on up to 10. So these are all the universe of discourse values which we can have over there. And a fuzzy set has been given as something like this. A of x is equal to what is given? Sum of or sigma of mu a of x by x. So here 0.1 by minus 2, zero point 4 by minus 1, 0.8 by 0, 0.9 by 1, zero point 3 by 2. Now what is this 0.1, 0.4, 0.8, 0.9, 0.3? All these are the membership functions. And minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2 are nothing but the generic variables on the fuzzy set, generic variables on the universe of discourse, capital X of the fuzzy set A. So that is what this we normally going to have. Then from the fuzzy set B with the universe of discourse y is equal to, using the extension principle for mapping function denoted as below. Now what is given to us, what is important to us is two things here. One is that we should be given with the fuzzy set A, and next one is we should have a mapping function with us. Once if we have these two, we can find out the another fuzzy set called B of y. Let us say this f of x is given as equal to x square plus x minus 3 as the mapping function. So find the fuzzy set B with the universe of discourse y. Now same universe of discourse y using the extension principle. Using the extension principle for mapping function defined as below. The mapping function is defined as below here. And once if you know the mapping function and a fuzzy set A, you can find out this particular fuzzy set B, which I can define as equal to sigma of mu B of y, because I am looking for the fuzzy set values, fuzzy set values which is represented by set B. So therefore mu B of y by y we are going to find out. Let us start doing this activity now. So for writing the equation for this, where we start from? First of all, write the given data. First of all, write the given data. The given data is nothing but a of x is equal to all these factors which you represented earlier, and a given function is going to be a mapping function known as f of x is equal to x squared plus x minus 3, which is nothing but equal to y for us. Then now we calculate the fuzzy set B using the extension principle. Using the extension principle, we have to calculate the fuzzy set B, right? Now we should do this activity very carefully, because if one value is going to become wrong, the entire set representation is going to become wrong for us. Right? Imagine if this particular question is given for 8 marks. So if all the values of set B are correct, then only the set B is going to be a correct result that is obtained to us. Then only we normally going to get the marks, full marks. Otherwise, we may get 0 marks for this. Why? Because if one element is wrong in set B, then the entire set B becomes wrong representation. Therefore, you should be careful while calculating this. Very simple to calculate, because we have got the mapping function, we have got the set A. So this is the given fuzzy set in the universe of discourse capital X. That's the reason why we are presented with X here, because it belongs to the universe of discourse capital X. And a mapping function is given like this for us. And what are the generic variables on the universe of discourse capital X? It's going to be -2, -1, 0, 1, and 2 are known as the generic variables on the universe of discourse capital X is given to us. Then after this, what we have to do now, we have to simply find out for B of y. So what is the formula for B of y from the previous slide? What we can say is, we have to simply extend this mu B of y by y summation. So here if you replace this y by y1, I'm writing here as mu B of y1 by y1 plus mu B of y2 by y2 plus mu B of y3 by y3, so on and so forth. Like that I can write. So simple extension I'll be writing here in representing the B of y function. So this is the representation, not the exact procedure for derivation. So in general, on the LHS side we have y here. That's the reason why we're representing with y here. As this RHS becomes equal to LHS, we'll write here all in terms of y, 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 y. Okay. So let us start doing this. But in general, what we're going to have, we discussed here. Just go back once again. The first slide, B of y is equal to what we have written. See this. Mu a of x1 by y1, mu a of x2 by y2, plus mu a of x3 by y3, so on up to mu a of xn by yn. So this mu a of x1 is simply taken as it is, and we are calling this as mu b of y1. See, once after transformation, this particular value belongs to b of y. It does not belong to a of x. That's the reason why this mu a of x1 is equated to as mu b of x1. Similarly, mu a of x2 is equated to mu b of x2, mu b of y2. Okay, so on and so forth. Mu a of xn is equated to mu b of yn. So this is what the representation in general, what we can write it for the set B after transformation. So we have written here the set B after transformation generalized equation. So where I can write this as mu of y1 by y1 plus mu of y2 by y2 plus mu of y3 by y3 plus mu of y4 by y4 plus mu of y5 by y5. So y5, there are 5 elements. If you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 elements. So therefore, we'll be getting 5 elements in the set B. So let us start looking for getting into the values based on the membership functions. Now let us take this x1. x1 is nothing but minus 2. x2 is nothing but minus 1. x3 is nothing but 0. x4 is 1. x5 is 2 that I am taking. Now let us substitute these values. Once you substitute these values onto this, we'll be getting y1, y2, y3, y4, y5. So x1 is substituted, x is substituted with x1 as minus 2. Once you do this, y1 will be getting as minus 1. And similarly, x2, if it's substituted as minus 1, we'll be getting it as minus 3. And similarly, x3 is substituted, for x we substitute 0, we get once again minus 3. And x4 we substitute is equal to minus 1. x4 is equal to 1. Then the resultant we got as minus 1. Then x5 is equal to 2. We got 2 here, 2 we substitute here, and we get a mu b of 3 is equal to 0.3. So that means, what are the values we have got here? Let's see. Mu b of minus 1 is equal to 0.1. Same value what we have got it here, same value we'll taking it as 0.1. Then mu b of minus 3, the resultant is minus 3, no? Mu b of y2 we have to write. So therefore, mu b of minus 3 is equal to 0.4. Mu b of minus 3, mu b of minus 3, the result is equal to 0.8. Mu b of minus 1 is equal to 0.1. Mu b of 3 is equal to mu b of 3 is equal to 0.3. So finally, what I can write this function value as finally what we can write this set b value as b of y is equal to, now I can write as 0.1 by minus 1. Similarly, 0.4 by minus 3, 0.8 by minus 3, okay, 0.9 by minus 1, 0.3 by 0.3 by 3. So here I have 0.3 by 3. 0.3 by 3. So this is the final function, final fuzzy set B, which we can write after we transform from one set to another set. So this is what the fuzzy set B that I can simply write it over here. Okay. Now, if you see this carefully, we have a duplication of the value. See here, I have minus 1 as the generic variable on the another university of discourse y as minus 1. Here I have minus 1. See, minus 3 here, minus 3 here. So whenever we have a duplication, okay, or whenever a repetition, what is the formula we are going to use? In the second slide, we discussed about that. This is called many to one kind of mapping has been happened over here. So in that case, you have to find out max of mu a of x1 comma mu a of x2. We have to simply perform in this particular equation. Okay, so we have to perform this. We have to use this particular functionality in order to say that we are going to use the extension principle for this problem to get implemented, to get solved. So we have to use this extension principle now. So therefore, let us use the same extension principle whenever such context comes into picture while doing the problems. So simply use this extension principle. Say that we know if the function is going to have a many to one mapping, such that if x1 and x2 are not equal to same, but the function values are going to result into the same value on the universe of discourse, then we're going to use this particular criteria to find out the appropriate membership function on another set B, which is represented on the universe of discourse capital Y as something like this. Specify this. After you specify, you have to solve for this particular problem, and say that using this extension principle, we are going to further simplify the representation of the fuzzy set B as below. Like that, we have to simply represent this particular fuzzy set B. Okay. So this is what the point which we normally going to discuss in the case of this particular fuzzy set B and all. Okay. Now what I want to say is that you have to practice all this. Once if you practice more, then only you can able to do well in the exam, because it is very easy to understand, because already we have been introduced with mapping functions known as random variable in the probability theory subject. So since you know that already, so this is going to be pretty easy for us to understand and for you all to practice. So what I want you is, please start practicing all these problems, because time is very less. Please start practicing all these problems. So once if you practice all these problems, it becomes very easy for you to really tackle these problems in the exam very easily. Okay. So please try practicing this. Okay. With a separate book and a by keeping a separate book for you. Okay. So please practice all these problems so that it won't become a problem at the time of examination. Okay. So we discuss further in the next session. Thank you very much for today's session, and we normally write the final equation, something like this. Okay. In the next session, we'll continue from this where we left over now. We are left over with the duplication values here. In the next session, we'll continue on how to really solve this by using the extension principle once again. Thank you very much for the today's session.